channel. My name is Livia and today we're gonna talk about trust. But before we get into that deep subject of life, if you like my energy and you trust me, please subscribe to my channel. If you trust, you will like this video because you're here. Give it a thumbs up. And if you want to know more about any of the things that I talk about or my life, please leave a comment or a question below, even if it's just your point of view about trust. What do you trust? I want us to be trusting together. And as always, if you think somebody else out there in the world needs to trust life a little more, please share this video with them. I trust that you will make the right choices. Trust. Well, I started this year and this channel with this video that I share with you about my new year and my intention for 2020, which is trust. And I also told you that my keyword in my vision board is to trust. Why am I so willing and so almost like attached to this word trust? Well, life has been very interesting so far, and I do believe that I am now entering a new phase of my life. One time a friend of mine told me that I was popping through, and this was a long time ago. I was having a lot of difficulties and I was like struggling and efforting everything and proving myself and all these feelings were, and she just said, "You're popping through." And I'm just like, popping through, what does that mean? To the next level where, you know, you will learn new lessons, the challenges are going to be different, and you will be more powerful. And that was true back then. And I feel like this is true now, and this is why I'm so willing to just let go and trust. Throughout my life, I've discovered that I'm a really powerful manifester, meaning I really do create a life that I love. And I have created so many good things in my life, and the more specific I've been, the more specific and aligned to what I asked for, I created. And I really know that I was able to do a lot of magic in my life. Yet, I was running a one-woman show. Every time I created something, I felt powerful, I felt like I could do anything, and I knew I had proof that I could, but it wasn't really long-lasting. I never created something that was like either entirely long-lasting or entirely satisfactory. It was just, I would say, like a high, a feel, you know. Every time I would create something magical, I'd be like, oh my god, I did it, I created it. Okay, what's next? Okay, what's next? Okay, what's next? Last year, everything that I've created that was magical really got crumbled to the ground. I ended up with not much to hold on to. And I remember just walking around thinking, I have nothing, I have no accomplishment to brag about. I don't have anything that I can boast about. I don't have anything to show for me. I only have me. And somehow I really had to train myself to be comfortable with that. And that's also called self-love. And if you want to know more about self-love, go check out my video about self-love. But it's also this place of peace and trust where, I need to trust that I am enough, that this, all that I have, what I have to show or to share right now is great, even though it's not these magical, miraculous things that I've created. Maybe all these things had to fall apart so I could rise from it. I don't really know. I don't know the answers to anything. And at this moment, I don't need to know them. And I know I used to be the curious Gemini, always running after everything, always running after the answers. If I didn't find the answers, I would definitely create the answers. And I can tell you from my vision board of last year that I've created a lot of these things that were here. And let me show you. This is a crazy vision board, you guys. It's a lot, okay? It's a lot. It's a lot of demands to the universe, and they're pretty specific in a way. And I did create, like, I partied into 2019. I lived my best life. New year, new website. I did that. Let's take your business to a new level. I did that. I inspired. I did some power moves. Honestly, like, I shine. I did not make $1 trillion. Maybe that takes a little longer. Anyway, I got this man friend, and yes, he was looking the other way. Not really at me, so be specific. First class upgraded. Yeah, last year was the first time I flew first class. I got upgraded, yes. Oh my god, like superpower, changed my life story. I did all of these things and I was so proud of myself. And I had all this juju, superpower, ego boost going on. And I was just like, yes, I can create it all. I can make magic. It was really good and it was really nice. And I was really lucky to be able to enjoy that high in life and that life of, oh my god, anything is possible. And then I got tired because creating all of this on a one-woman show, out of my small, limited thinking of what is really possible in life, was really void of all the core feelings that I want to have when I do create a life I love. So although I created a lot outside on the surface, in the inside there was nothing being taken care of or created or just enjoyed. And I ended up the year with this huge void. And that was not a good feeling and I didn't want that. And at some point, really, God, the universe takes everything away from us so we can trust. And that's where I'm at, trusting. And it's actually a really interesting feeling, this trust. It's not an excitement. It's not a sadness. It's very neutral, I would say, very catatonic. I almost feel like I'm above all of these wishes, of all of these desires. It's a little snobbish, or maybe I'm just expressing it or experimenting it that way. I hope that it really becomes a little more heart center or more grounded into this knowing that everything is working out for me at all times. Right at this moment, I'm just trusting that I can trust that. So I'm a few levels still away from the full-on surrender, which is just this complete feeling all the time that everything is always working out for me. As of this moment, I am willing to trust. I am intending to trust. I am trusting the most that I can, but I'm not 100% there because, hey, I still made a vision board. I still created some feelings. I'm at a level where I want to create more of feelings that I want, but I'm still not 100% fully on in the trust that all of this is going to happen and I don't need to do anything about it, not even a vision board. However, it is fun to be human and to feel these feelings and create a vision board and just, you know, enjoy this whole process of developing or like shedding the layers and really going to the next level, to the next dimension, to the next reality. And I'm trusting that that's my journey, because I've seen from the past all of the ways that I wanted to do things differently, that I wanted to create a life from scratch, from just energy. And I've seen all of the ways that I was a little limited by my limited thinking, by my limiting beliefs, by my ego, by my small existence in the world. And I'm now really starting to cooperate, co-create, trust, and really join forces with all of the consciousness of the universe to really start creating a life and an I love. What are ways that you beautiful people can start practicing this trust? Because this trust is not given to you. No one gave you trust. It's really something we need to practice. It's a spiritual practice, and the better we master it, or the better we just allow it, the more relaxed and the more self-loving we are, and the more the universe will bring our ways, because the universe knows what we want. And I am now also in this space of trusting that I've done all my effort, that I've created all my magic, that I've proved all that I had to prove. Now it's my time to receive, and I trust that I don't need to go do anything about it. I'm just going to receive. And I'm going to, like Abraham Hicks says, just chill. Chill out. Just chill out. Just receive. And I'm trusting that this is my phase in my life right now, and I'm just going to enjoy it. It's a little hard for me to give you tips, to tell you how you can trust, because I don't know in which phase of your life you are. But I can tell you that whatever phase of your life you are at, you will benefit more from that phase if you are trusting. So if you are in a bad phase, trust that there's a reason for that bad phase to be going on, and that it will be over. And like any cycle of life, once you go down, you have to come up, and once you come up, you will eventually go down, or not. So how can you trust more in your life? Well, I've started reading this book, Trust. I would suggest that if you want to learn how to trust more, having intellectual knowledge is really good, and using a book that actually explains and talks about trust is a good help, and I'm gonna link it below. This book talks about trusting in yourself, trusting in God, trusting in others, and trusting in life. And I believe I will make another video about this as soon as I finish this book. It's a big book, you guys. But I would start in this whole trust journey, knowing that regardless of book or not, you have been trusting your whole life. You came into this earth as a human baby without an instruction book, without knowing anything about the world, without knowing which family you're gonna, end up with, or you chose it but you didn't know all of that was going to happen. So you came as a baby, and you trusted that you would figure it out as you went. And when you took your first walking steps, you trusted that you would learn how to step. You trusted when somebody put something in your mouth to eat. You trust in the morning when you wake up that you will live the whole day. You trust when you walk out the house that nothing is gonna fall on you. You trust all day long. But it's just that we tend to trust the small things, and we try to be God in our lives and control the big things, and try to, not trust the future, not trust things that we cannot really see. So it's just a matter of getting that little trust and applying it to bigger things, and really delegating to God, to the universal forces, to the angels, all of these things that we think we are in control of, that we actually can be and we can create, because I have had proof of my life that I've created exactly what I wrote on a paper or exactly what I put on a dream board. But that's a limited creating. I'm trying to control something that's much bigger than me, because the whole world, the whole universe is running on another energy level that I was not participating in by trying to control my world and squeeze it into my fixed idea or request or story of how I wanted life to look like. Trust the universe has your back, like Gabby Bernstein says. Trust that there is a higher plan, that God knows what's happening, that there are connections for everything, that everything is possible. And for whatever it is that you cannot absolutely trust, you can pray. You can say an affirmation, or you can say something to the universe in something similar to, I'm willing to trust, I don't know what I'm trusting in, I know that you know what's best for me. Bring what's mine to my life. That's all. And that's how we trust. How we know that although we have the power to create a lot of what we want, we don't really know exactly what our soul truly wants in a bigger scheme of things. What our heart really, really wants to experience. Because we're thinking that we're going to experience all these feelings through all these things, accomplishments, jobs, trips. I don't know what you're running after, but in the end of the day, the whole energy of trusting and receiving is something that you allow to come into your life. You don't need to chase things. I figure out that I don't need to waste my energy anymore trying to create things that I thought they would make me happy. I am now experiencing and making my life a laboratory of trusting that the universe knows what will make me happy, and it will bring a lot of that, to the extent that I'm just gonna keep being happy and just keep the happy energy and allowing all the other happy things, situations, people in my life. What is mine will come to me, and I trust that. So what are the 3 tips I have for you today so you can practice trust? 1, get some intellectual knowledge, read a book, trust, and this author is amazing, Ivlana Vazant. 2, check out in your life what are the areas you already trust, and just build upon that, like enlarge that. Make your trust on small things be bigger and create more momentum in your trust. And 3, whenever you feel like you can't really trust, pray. Pray, ask questions, ask for guidance, ask for trust. Be willing to trust. I hope you enjoy and that you go along in your life trusting, because I'm experiencing that now and it's quite a relaxed feeling, and I hope that you can create a life you love in this mode, you know, relaxed. It's quite an interesting experience to trust. I'm not used to being here. It kind of gets a little boring and a little worrying sometimes, but then if I go back to it, it's just like, oh, okay, this is how it's supposed to feel. I like it. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, I trust that you know how to do it, clicking the thumbs up button. And if you want to know more, please subscribe. And if you think the world should trust, share this video, share the message, share the love, leave me a comment. Thank you. You can create a life you love. Love your life.